Crispy man, give us some hex stats here. I was gonna say, and I would feel impolite to drop off now. I got a 5-year-old that's calling my name upstairs. I got to drop off in a minute, but obviously you guys continue. Crispy man, give us the good news on hex. What are like some metrics that are catching your eye recently? What are some things that you're kind of noticing in the analysis you do? Because I mean, the stuff that you do on your site is incredible. And I think you add tons of value to this community and particular hex. So give us some good stuff. What do we got here as far as staking hex goes?
Well, see what you did? Now he's buttoning up like he's got a tie on.
Now I'm I gotta put my jacket on. How's that look? That looks so
freaking nerd.
I know, man.
I liked it down. I was a fan.
Yeah, baby. Hey, yeah, man, I'm pretty enthusiastic about Hex. Obviously price is down, right? Reminded of that about 300 times a day, right? So, people say that, but the mechanism works, right? And so it does work. And, assuming, and of course, is the big assumption, right? Assuming that price stays flat. Going into the future and is always at a higher price, you're in pretty good shape. I mean, it beats TradFi hands down that way. But this is crypto, and so nobody knows, right? And we would have said this would have been the situation, but we are lower than possibly we were, lower than people want it to be, right? Obviously not the bottom of Hex. So there are people still in profit. There's still people who DCA'd and did their ladders, and their ladders are still in profit on EHEX, never mind PX, which was free for them. So I think a lot of the negativity, right, is really coming from people who were trying to speculate on overnight riches, wanted to stay liquid, a little bit of regret, on not selling the top. I mean, who didn't feel a little bit about that? Because but I think it's because their strategies need to be different for the time frames, and people kind of mash it all together. I mean, if you were staking Quattro Cinco, like you'll hear people complain about that. Oh, everybody told you to stake Quattro Cinco only. Well, yeah, that's in 15 years, man. You've still got another long time. You got many years to play out before you get there. All right. So what's really super positive? Contract does what it's supposed to do. Does it every day. You can verify it yourself on chain. You can look at the information we have. Payouts are going up at a much higher rate right now. Both the the daily payouts per T-share and the T-shares themselves are coming down because of all the stupid FUD, right? And they're coming down faster. And so what's happening is the APY is going up. And so you want to be really, I don't think it's like 1-0 on off situation. But if you wanted to take the FUD and go to the max, that's it, it's done forever. Well, that means that the people who do stake, the ones who don't believe that, they're going to see their APYs go up. And just like back of the envelope math, it's like your APY can go up 600x over the next 10 to 15 years. What's 600 times 40% for an average? I mean, you're about a couple $1,000% APY. So that's unrealistic because, stakes start paying that kind of APY, people are going to stake. So we have this opportunity right now for those who are listening and kind of believe in it to build their ladders out, and they'll get some pretty good returns in terms of Hex, in the game of Hex and collecting Hex. So that's the super popular thing. I mean, or a super exciting thing that I like. The other couple of things I'd mention is Hex is a monster on Pulse Chain, but look at the volume. However it's being produced. It, high liquidity in comparison to most other tokens, maybe not other RH tokens, but other tokens. The throughput, heavy. People know its name. And people are speculating, right? Remember, I mean, you guys know this, right? That, the wash, rinse, repeat cycles, how value gets transferred, right? And people forget about that. They don't want to talk about it. They pretend it's some other type of game, but that's really what it is, right? And so we need people to come in and buy tops and sell bottoms. I mean, right now, that's how most of crypto earns, right? I mean, whether we want to pretend that's not the way it works or not. It's a game of chicken. And then, so anyways, so what we're seeing right now is like the holders of Hex, at least the wallets are holding, going up, man. Even as the staking is going down, now that's super. You say, Well, how could that be good for miners and HEX? Well, it's pretty good for me as a miner. You know, for you guys if you're mining, because what that means is people aren't getting the rewards, not getting the yield, and they're holding liquid, and so they're speculating on the price. Now, yeah, of course, when they sell, the price will go down. If and when they sell, it'll go down.
Right.
But what's happening in the meantime in the background, because I'm playing multi-cycle, I'm not playing one cycle. You know, my bags are just getting bigger and bigger. So it's just kind of crazy. You know, I mean, it works just like we always said it worked. It's nothing's changed in that way.